Hey, this is Hannah, and I am interviewing a DCCC instructor, Miss Bruff. The first question, how important are critical thinking skills in your job or career?
So I am an instructor of anatomy and physiology here at the college, and I use critical thinking quite a bit when I go to design activities for students. The material can be kind of difficult in anatomy and physiology, so I am constantly thinking of ways to reach students with different learning styles, coming with different science backgrounds, and I want it to teach in a way that all of them can understand. So that would be how I would use critical thinking most when I go to design activities.
Okay. Do you actively try to work on or improve your own critical thinking skills?
Yes, I think I do. I try to, when I get an opportunity, read journal articles, higher level textbooks, just trying to learn more about my subject matter above what I would be teaching or what I know, trying to challenge myself. That's the best way that I've found that I can expand my understanding and my critical thinking.
How important is critical thinking skills for your students and employees?
So in my classroom, critical thinking is important because students are given foundational terms or topics. They have to take that information and then be able to apply it. Especially because most of my students are preparing to enter medical careers where they're going to have to use that knowledge on down the road. So if anything, I would say my class is sort of laying the groundwork for them to begin to grow their critical thinking skills in hopes of entering the healthcare profession.
Okay. How do you measure how well your students/employees demonstrate their ability to think critically? Sorry, I can't talk today.
That's okay. That would probably be, in a classroom setting through different assignments. Occasionally, we will do writing assignments, and those opportunities allow students to sort of stop and examine what they've been learning and see how information compares to new things that they've been learning, trying to make relationships between old concepts and new concepts. So really activities or assignments, especially writing assignments in my course, provide critical thinking chances for students.
Okay. What is more important than a college student have subject matter skills or critical thinking skills?
Well, really, I think one probably leads to the next. I would say it's more important to have critical thinking skills, but you really can't have those unless you have some baseline foundational knowledge. So I would say all students have to have that foundation first, the basics, and then they can use that to apply to their critical thinking. So you can't really think critically without having, just a basic understanding. But ultimately, I would say that critical thinking skills are going to be more important in the long run. When a student enters a medical program or they go to apply for a job, those instructors or those employers, they're going to look for critical thinking skills. They want you to be able to think on your feet and not just spit out information you've learned in a textbook. So ultimately in life, beyond the classroom, I would definitely say critical thinking skills are going to take you farther.
Okay. And describe someone you know or admire who demonstrates effective critical thinking skills.
So I would probably say I've always admired my dad for his critical thinking skills. He works right now as a computer programmer, and he didn't go to school for it. He basically taught himself how to do it, and he's spent his life in that career pretty much learning things along the way through experience. And so I've always admired that. When I was growing up, he could always sit down and help me with my math homework, and that was always amazing to me because, again, he sort of is self-taught. So I would say I've always admired and respected his ability to critically think almost through anything I think he's ever been given at his job, simply through his own mental ability to get through that problem.
Okay. And that is it.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.